So Lerato is a diesel mechanic by profession, and then by profession I was starting. I'm a recovering nyaupist.
Hello.
Raised by 3 powerful women, my mom, my aunt, and my grandmother. For the drug part of it, I was tricked. I didn't know what you know. By the time I knew what I'm engaging in nyaope, it was already too late. I say I'm in it because I suffer from a mental obsession, coupled with a physical allergy. And then the third part of my disease is that I was spiritually bankrupt. Instead of praying God, I was praying Satan, Satan, and then I got that because of my past. Chance it's a make prove, you know, just because of the choices. Actually, let me say it was a mistake. It's an after now, it's an alien choice. It's a mental, physical, spiritual, and emotional decay. It affects you in 4 aspects of your life. Because, I mean, it damages your emotional well-being, what decompose physically, mentally, you are disturbed, you know. So in every area, but to a degree whereby it affects even people who are not using, you know. You understand this?
Greetings, Bagolo ko Kai. Welcome to the next episode of The Fix, Beyond the Fix. Kalibito ke na Thembi Moyo. Today I have a special somebody with me that goes by the name of Lerato Moiketsi. Welcome, babes.
Thank you very much.
Welcome. Can you tell us Lerato ke mang? Tell us more about yourself. Lerato ke mang, o goletse ko kae, and all that.
Okay. Lerato is a average teenage black girl. I was born and bred in Carltonville, raised by 3 powerful women, my mom, my aunt, and my grandmother. So being around the company of this woman made my life very phenomenal because they never and in a day made me feel what I need a father figure, you know. So I was in high school, my high school days were good. I was in a magazine for SA's Smartest Kid, you know, the works, you know. So I think everything started there when I started indulging komilaong exaifiwang ko tlung, you know. So Lerato is a diesel mechanic by profession. And then by profession I was starting, I'm a recovering nyaupist.
Hello.
Yeah, so
Hello.
so thank you for having me with the fix. That's Lerato in a nutshell.
In a nutshell.
Yes.
Okay, Kitabelo, Lerato, it's actually nice to hear about childhood, where you come from, mang. As you know, this program, which is Women Warriors. And background, the Women Warriors. Ne? So I would like to know more about to have your first fix, the whole substances, Tell me more about that.
All right. For me, it started like as a part of stigma, senikila around so it was a phase that I was going through. But then yet at the same time I was overweight. I had a problem with my weight, and then I was overweight, making me more than everybody. So I started listening to ideas, or to about this, to about that, or to lose weight. You see, so I had a problem with my weight, and then after the weight, it got to me to a point where I did something a bad, you know, what I needed something strong to suppress what I've done, you know. So I'll tell you where I was going there. That's why how I picked up drugs, you know, to suppress the secret that I was keeping. Because of the damage that happened, because of the stigma of being obese at a young age, you know. So yeah, so sometimes, you know, to prove a point, you have to do bad, or you have to do good to do bad, you know. So little did I know that this present it won't need a lot to having habit. A habit led to an addiction. Then I landed with the disease. Yes.
So your story is very touching to someone out there, or should be laying on some how you started this whole thing, because the story are this one. Some will tell you but with you it was on some you wanted to lose weight. So the first time you started smoking, what's the one thing
I
that you
started
started with?
experimenting with the cigarettes, then marijuana, then it was marijuana, then alcohol. Then for the drug part of it, I was tricked. Ne ke starta ke introduce ko marijuana, then I didn't know gore go ntse go tsheliwa nyaope mogare, And then funny 2 years back, motho ona etsa yalo told me gore actually somebody ke ena mo kopileng gore a etse yalo for go ntshetsa mamaka ke so mmoleleng anyway. So before he died, the person told me that, but then at the end of the day, I was tricked into using nyaope. And then by the time I knew gore I'm engaging ka nyaope, it was already too late. I was already in it, like withdrawal. I was already selling my things. I was already out of myself, setse ke lositse le good communication period ya ko tlong, setse go ba le di-fights because ke adaptile life e nngwe e outside of e ba nrutileng yone, so automatically di a clashana, you understand? Yes, so yeah, that's what happened. Yes.
So jaaka ocho o godisitswe ke batho ba bomme, how did they find out who you are now using substances?
Batho ba bomme ba very attentive, especially my mom, detailed bona go tshwanela ka feta mo kamoreng ya ge wa shifta best break ya ge o tlo bona no ke ene. So le the way nna I looked at myself, I get nna I had lost part of me tse leng gore bone ha ba nkitse ka tsone, you understand? Bo go ba obedient molao. So I started losing first dilo tse ba nrutileng tsone tse, and then e entse argumented, why o tla bosigo, why is it so? And then I was hiding the fact that I'm doing that. So these women, they fought a lot, to a point whereby mama ka wile nkisa to a church of chains ko Limpopo. I was chained for 6 months, more chaining, and then she told me she never even for one day she was always there with me. Sometimes when I talk about my mom, she's second after God, because she's the most patient person I've known. Patience emulates out of ne tshwanetse no yana ebile a ra dula le mo ntlong the way se ke mo ntse ka teng. Yeah, ne tshwanetse no unclassify as dead, but the love she has ke yone changing everything. My grandmother o plant, and then my aunt, she's a prayer warrior. So abali three, they were like able to, I find a part of me in each and every one of them, but at the end of the day, I have to give my mom the award. If go te motho o di bone mo lefatsheng o deserve a holiday ke mme o tswetseng. Yes.
So mama go got to see you from Lerato a mo godisitseng
to Lerato a sa mo rateng, to Lerato a batlang go mona shwele, and then she was honest. And then I could understand why, because Lena, like, maybe I wouldn't even have the chance to tell you, I'll just act. And then that thing ya go ba le patience, even Leno o tolerant, everything that I do support ya gage ke yone, I think e etsang gore actually ke be so. Yes.
So jaka o explain go you started ba go kenyetsetsa yone ko Zolong, like mixing weed with nyaope. How did you now go from nyaope area Zolo to smoking nyaope on a daily, like on a permanent user?
Okay, now before I started using, I didn't know nothing or any the withdrawals and stuff. So it's only after like 3-4 times after using mobile that withdrawal, I didn't know about that. But make experience severe pain in stomach. But because anxiety, I would always say flu. Until I'm no get down, chance every time. Then I started falling into that pattern and insanity, and yeah, that's when I became an addict, and then when I say I'm an addict, I say I'm an addict because I suffer from a mental obsession, coupled with a physical allergy.
Alrighty.
And then the third part of my disease is that I was spiritually bankrupt. Instead of praying God, I was praying Satan, Satan, and then I got that. But at the end of the day, I got ditlamorago. Ke etsa di-sorry, no, I have to, batho ba etsa ntho ga one tshwanetse ke etse 10 times because of stigma, because of my past, tshwanetse ke tsamaye ke improve, just because of the choices tse di ke nkileng. Actually, let me say it was the mistake. I get what after now, it your alien choice. Because I didn't know what was I getting myself into, you know. But the way maybe if I knew, I don't know, you know.
So
Yes.
would you say maybe nyaope or any substances that someone ID out there, it's more of a spiritual attack? Because now if what's over, you lose your connection with God or
Yeah, I think it says more one ya dibuka tse ke di balang. It's a mental, physical, spiritual, and emotional decay. It affects you in 4 aspects of your life. Because I mean, we Kenya monaming, it damage your emotional well-being, what decompose physically, mentally, you are disturbed, you know. So in every area, but to a degree whereby it affects even people who are not using, you know, you understand? So like it's a spiritual war, it's a personal war, and then you need a support structure. Why? You need a okay, o tlhoka eng re go thuse ka eng wa bona mara re manipulative gape nako yes, but then what I've understood since tse ke ja di-drugs ke gore ntho a tshwanetse e etsagale ke nna ke tlo etsang gore le tlo mpusha yang le tlo nkgoga yang nna ha ke so bone the relevance or the importance of what you're trying to show me. It's pointless, you understand gore ke yes.
and what would you say the challenges that you guys face out there as a woman who uses drugs that you face on a daily? What is it?
On my active addiction, ke experience dilo tse dingata. I had the opportunity to be a prostitute. I had opportunity to be killed. I had an opportunity to be a drug mule. I had an opportunity to be a trafficker, to be a runner. I had an opportunity to be anything a bad, but not myself. Because of Lennon saying I was outside of myself, you know. Or like it's like every time I give a Lerato, I go dealing drugs. That's why I lose love. I give batla support lose throat. That's why I lose my support. So every time I give batla lose I go back to the places you understand? I lost my love go the drug dealer's house. Every time I need love, I'll go to the drug dealer's house, you know. I'll take smile sama maka se sentle ke se beye mo molong wa Nigeria. Imagine. You know, but then at the end of the day, it's not about dintho tse ke di entseng. It's about dintho tse ke batlang go di etsa go bontsha gore dilo tse ke di entseng le nna ne ke sa di rate. You understand? Yes.
So Lerato, Chaka Witi, but women that use these substances, but face a lot out there. So what is the one thing that you got onto Beriksa these substances? Like Elohim, you wish you could go back and change it if you could.
If I could, I would change dintho tse to self-control le self reliance, knowing gore ntho engwe le engwe ke e etsang ke etsetsa nna ke etsetse motho, you know. There's dintho tse leng gore ke rona each and everyone o kgona go dependa mo government o tlo go patela, ke dependile mo mamaka gore tlo bone ke dependile mo di-drugseng. Ntho e nka e changeang, I would change the day ne ke user di-drugs as a substitute, but yet again I'm grateful gore ke di usitse because I wouldn't have found this side of me, and then I wouldn't have seen gore kante le batho ba sa tsubing, they are spiritually sick le bone. There's people ko ntle ba dlalang a role in destroying us because of ba batle le gore itse re bo mang ba batla cure, they don't know what's the cause, you understand? So there's a support fela le self control le self reliance ke tsone tse ka di changeng, and then believing in not anybody wa mo lefatsheng but the creator of heaven and earth.
Amen to that.
Sure.
So Lerato, as you know, December it's World AIDS Day. Like we celebrate the people who are affected by HIV and AIDS. Ne? So Jaka Ntseribuwa about women baba ba exposed to substances. Can you please take us back to the day when you found out that you were infected with HIV and AIDS?
Oh, okay. It started. There was a time I went to the clinic. So there was a woman. So they couldn't cater to a mmela gore o fail and yalo. Then that's when I engaged le tshepo ya bana ge ba tla le mobile clinic. That's when I thought, oh man, batho ba ke tsubang le bone ba shwa man ba bole ene ba na le symptoms e leng gore some of the symptoms ke a di gopola back from primary high school gore ba re ha o na le a certain disease o na le. So by me not being sexually active, I knew gore okay, there could only be one way I call it. I call it ka go inject. You understand? Then that's where I met tshepo ya bana. Tshepo ya bana, I did my counseling, pre-counseling. Yes, guys, I did test there. I was enrolled into the treatment. And then there was another chronic hepatitis B and C.
Yeah.
Tshepo ya bana catered for that. I was cured, treatment, the chronic yo. Finished the course, then I was healed, Then I'm still continuing with other programs, especially the health part of it, because if about I think because there was a point where I one injection, the whole entire Western area. So people were stigmatizing tshepo ya bana in a bad way too. Ba fa ba condona or ba tsube no. A ba itse gore after tshepo ya bana e tlile ba re fa dinalete. Batho ba stopile yang go shwa. They don't know. Because the spread ya hepatitis, I believe it's more effective than ya HIV. You can be hepatitis with HIV. So like tshepo ya bana played a role, a big in my life. And then hearing I myself le nna ke insensitive ke kgathalle motho mongwe maybe nka be ke sa itse ka lona, but then I'm grateful gore ke kopane lona, and then I know what's going on ka nna mentally, physically, spiritually, all four aspects. Yes.
So kamantsamaang you saying tshepo ya bana e segile bophelo ba go in terms of knowing your status
and everything. It gave me back my life because one feel the programs tse leng gore di entse life ya ka e be le purpose again. Ba entse gore ke bone there is still hope, because they were not like o di rehab, they were like, that's like batho ba wa ba sna. And that's why I thought gore itse nako nngwe it takes you gore tshwantse o tswe ko godimo gore o ye go fatshe gore o kgone go understand the value ya go ba ko godimo. Yeah, so tshepo ya bana e tlileng re ile ke le ko fatshe. Then that's when I understood life ya ka e important, and then ne ke sa batle go shwa, by the way. Re tshaba le go shwa re le so. So, yeah.
So anyone out there, maybe I carry ruta ka di harm reductions, which is the spikes, the syringe, your smoking packs and whatnot. So anyone out there also understanding who is the safety use ya go sa share spike. I carry le share le spread the HIV or whatnot.
Hepatitis.
Yeah. So ke eng o ka ba rutang ka yone in terms of having your own spike o sa share with anyone else?
Okay, more leveling is like I would say you have no spikes at all, but the importance ya gore le sa share spike is very vital, because go na le ditšhomi tsa ka tse dingata today a di sa phela because of ne ba sa itse ba na le hepatitis. Ba itse HIV, they didn't know gore there's this silent killer e nngwe le yone. So like I wish like they could get the awareness setting at the outreach program, teach people about this, because it's not only people who are injecting that will get infected. Lo wena o le clean o tlo tshwara nalete ya motho o e berekisang, you can get infected. That's how effective is the hepatitis. Yeah, so I would the programs tse sona di be ngata, like di be effective, and yes.
Thank you, Lerato. So, for any advice that you have for maybe Lerato or Munyan out there that's looking for a fix, I feel like maybe she needs to belong somewhere in a group. In what advice would you give them out there? Having that one fix, how does it change your life as a person?
Okay, now say the one fix that I had that will change my life. Find out who you are first, because there's no way you can belong anywhere or batle go ba le mang if you don't know who you are. If you want to be a part of my life, if I ask you who are you, you have to be able to explain to me. I must see gore motho ke motho. So if you don't know yourself, then that's where you lose hope, courage, and things. So then after I found purpose, after my downfall, I said, like, let me find purpose, what I'm good at. you know, not jealous, not Muslim, anything that you good at, that you love, that you can do effortlessly. Go sa push you like nna ke rata go ngwala, ke rata go bua, ke rata go rapela, you know, dilo tse yalo. That's what pushed me to a point that right now I'm sitting here. Something A1 fela e tla etsang gore dilo di change. It's you. Find out who you are. You know, yes. Find yourself, then you'll find the answer.
Lerato, I feel like stories are also touching someone out there, ne? And then the last thing I'm gonna ask you is about buka ewe kwalang in the process now. You busy
Yes.
writing a book. Can you just briefly explain about the book?
The book. Okay, my book, it's a book, yeah, I'm writing. Okay, it's my fourth book in. It's my experience, my strength and hope, and what actually made me change. This book, again, Mala, is not a book that you wanna read actually. It's an audio book. Because it's not everybody wanna learn how to you know.
That's true.
So at least you know. I'm still busy on a studio, you know, saving money for studio. I've recorded a first chapter now. So I wasn't supposed to disclose that, but it discloses, you know. Yeah,
You
so
know?
in case mama I'm chatting the kids about
There we have it.
Thank you
Like
very
really
much.
exclusive on the audio book that you are busy with right now. So I hope even at home enjoy Lerato with stories and everything that she has to tell the world out there. And I feel like stories that changes someone else out there. And then follow her on social media, find out more about her book, and stay tuned. She's gonna be with me throughout the whole entire fixed episode. So show me you are there with me. So I hope you're gonna stay tuned for more of the episodes that the fix beyond the fix. Here with me is Lerato Moketi, and I hope everyone at home enjoyed the mini chat that we had with Lerato Moketi. Watch out for more. Thank you.
Thank you very much.